Okay, there's the clap. You guys all wanted the fucking clap. All three of you watching this. You should buy the cheapest Gibson Melody Maker that you can find. I gotta get my hands all greasy. And then immediately go play my brand new guitar. Help! I turned this whole napkin translucent. That's how greasy it is. Isn't that the fat test in science? Where if you want to know if the substance is like a fat or an oil, then you rub it on a paper bag, and if it turns the paper bag translucent, then it's a fat. Well, that's what's happening here. I open this up and Jesus' face is burned into it. The 2011 to 2013 era Gibson Melody Makers are some of the best guitars that Gibson ever made, sheerly based on price alone. Gibson doesn't exactly have a good track record of making model numbers and names and parts that make sense upon first glance. See, with Fender, the model pertains to the shape of the instrument, typically like a Jazzmaster body, a Jaguar body, a Strat, a Telecaster. It's all body shape. But with Fender, the body shape and the style of the instrument is the model. And each model has their own associated quirks. But with Gibson, they just kind of name everything the same thing. Like the guitar I'm going to be showing off today is a Melody Maker. But the 60s SG Melody Makers are a completely different model, different vibe. They don't make those anymore. They also make a Melody Maker that's an Explorer, a Melody Maker that's a Les Paul Junior shape. So for Gibson, the body shape is less important than the style of the model in some cases. So why am I saying that this is the best Gibson ever made? Well, just take a look at it. BAM! I bought this for $600. It's used, obviously, but it's only lightly used. It is my favorite guitar I've ever owned. So I discovered this model, this is a 2011 Melody Maker Gibson SG. The only alteration I've made to this is I changed the pick guard. I swapped it out for a 3-ply instead of a single-ply black. And then the previous owner swapped for an intonated lightning bolt bridge. The intonation is perfect on this. It might be the best SG ever made. First of all, I don't know many people who favor the neck pickup on the SG. So that's been eliminated. I think that this was kind of meant for shredders because of the way the placement of the volume knob. I did buy a Fat Cat P90 I was going to put in the bridge because I assumed I wasn't going to like the humbucker, but dude, it sounds really good. And then the best part about it is that because the headstock is a little bit smaller, no neck dive. I mean, it wants to go this. I can't describe physically a guitar moving around on video, but it wants to tip this way. That's what you want. And this isn't like some grippy ass leather strap. It's funny I'm using a Fender strap. Here is a sound demo with some gain because that's how it should be. There's a couple of things that make a one pickup simple guitar work. I think aesthetically, a one pickup, one volume knob guitar is always going to be cool, because what it's telling other players, what it's telling the audience is, I don't fuck around. I don't have a bunch of switches, I don't have a bunch of knobs, I don't have a bunch of pickups. I just play. Just absolutely no nonsense, no bullshit. Just plug it in and play the fucking thing and stop twiddling with knobs. Looks very cool, which can't be discounted. Another thing about this guitar, feel-wise, when playing it, it's very light, it's only 6 pounds. Balance is good on this specific model of SG. Some SGs are worse than others. I like the satin finish personally, because when you wear through it on the neck, it's gloss, so you can feel the impact on the instrument you're having. The finish is very light and thin, which some morons think contributes to an airier, more open tone, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. I just think having a thin nitro finish that ages as you play it is cool, because you get to see how much you've been practicing, which I always appreciate. It's not an Epiphone. Epiphones can be very hit or miss depending on the model. But if you get a Gibson, more often than not, I know that people say Gibson's quality controls all over the place, all across the board, whatever. But you're gonna get a fair amount more quality control on a true Gibson with the Gibson on that headstock than you are with an Epiphone, made in China, poly finish, bolt-on neck. And you know what? The number one reason why a one pickup machine works, it encourages you to just play. So the focus becomes the core of your technique, the focus becomes your play style, the focus becomes what can I do with my hands, not what can I do with the electronics on board. And I really appreciate that. You have to use your fingers, you have to use your head, and you have to use your pick placement, and your strumming pattern, and your attack, and your volume knob, and that's it. Restrictive tool sets lead to creative solutions, and that is a fact that you can always count on, especially in music.